are you guys? How's it going? How's it going? Are you flowing? Because I am. Oh, my sister straightened my hair, and you can't tell me shit. Oh. So silly. Listen, I thought the hair was going to be the big story of the evening. on a Thursday or oh my God, on a Saturday, I really thought that my hair reveal was going to be the moment. But there is a lot of real serious shit to talk about. I feel very like Twitch streamer girly right now. Yeah, we're going to talk about Mizkif. We're going to talk about Twitch. We're going to talk about all kinds of shit. First of all, do you see my perfect like witch streak of silver? You can't really always see it very well when I have my my curly hair. I don't know about Nina Lee, but we can investigate if you want to give me a little more information. Thank you. Yes, I love my curly hair. This is probably like the third or fourth time in my entire life that I've had it straightened, because I don't care to have it straight. Like, I really like my hair. But my sister was straightening her daughter's hair because she really likes to, like, she has curly hair like me, only thicker. I'm so jealous. But she likes the way it feels when she like runs and it like floats out behind her before it gets like super straightened, which is just so cute. So yeah, my sister blow dries it and then she like runs through the house. And that's why she likes having her hair straight, and I just love that for her. But then my sister like turned the tongs on me and was like, "When was the last time you straightened your hair, Barbara?" And I was like, "Never." And so she really wanted to do it. So we just sat up and yeah, she did the hair. And it's so long. It is so long. Now I'm thinking maybe I could donate it, but I also kind of want to do a longer cut when I cut my hair, which is coming. Yeah, it's fun. I've done it for like costumes. Like in college, I was a sorority girl for a costume. And when I was in college, Jersey Shore was a thing. My college was full of people from New Jersey. So I did like the pin straight long hair with the big bump in the front, the Ugg boots, the leggings. So that was what, if I think about it, I think that was the last time I straightened my hair. And that was in 2005. So 20 years ago. Maybe sooner, but not really. So yeah. Is it Nina Lynn or Nina Lee? Because I've seen both in chat now, Nina Lynn and Nina Lee. Yeah, I'll look into it. Yeah, lots to talk about. I opened up all of the pieces of my Halloween costume today, and it all looks amazing, and I can't wait. Deej, you haven't missed anything. I was just showing off the hair. We most certainly will not get to the Nina stuff tonight because I do not know anything about it. And I don't like to talk about things that I don't know about, unlike some people. I also have it on the docket to talk about the show, but I don't know if we're going to get to talking about the show. And it was really more of like a fun night, right? Of Who's High and all that. So yeah, we've got things to talk about. Okay. What did you do with Kate? She's dead. The real Kate can't come to the phone right now because she's dead. Okay, so later tonight, after whatever we get to on this stream, we are going to be doing probably the last Frankenstein read aloud for your sleeping pleasure. It's getting crazy. We left off with the monster demanding that Frankenstein make him a partner, make him a wife, a woman, because he is lonely in the world and that's why he's killing people. Sounds like an incel, doesn't it? But much more relatable because he literally is the only monster. Anyway, so we're going to pick up where we left off, and it gets crazy. It gets crazy. And so that's coming tonight. And then tomorrow, we're going to make up with makeup. We're going to do the devil makeup tutorial. We're going to attempt it. It looks very complex. And we're going to talk about the history of exorcisms to go along with the satanic makeup. And it's coming up this week. This is our final spooky week. It's been so much fun. And I'm glad that you guys have been enjoying the streams too. We are going to watch a movie on Monday. I don't remember what the movie is, but we agreed on it. So I gotta find out. I know we're gonna do Nosferatu. We're gonna do the silent film. And then there was the deadliest game. Right? The most dangerous game. So we're going to do those two movies tomorrow night. Tuesday, I'm going to play, someone recommended I play, remember to shock that like button. Thank you, Alex. We're going to play a mortuary simulator game. So that'll be gross. Can't wait. Wednesday, I'm not sure what we're talking about yet. I got to look that up. There's like a couple things that I'm vacillating between, and then that's kind of it. And then Friday's Halloween, and so I will all week. I'm gonna be posting. I'm gonna try to post once a day on here, little hints about my Halloween costume. Just little pieces of it, and see who's able to figure it out by Friday. And then Friday, maybe I'll do a stream in costume for a little while, but it won't be long. It'll just be like saying hi, after everyone's in bed. We'll see if I'm able to manage that. Kate, you are really slaying with the straight hair, and that's coming from an asexual. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. Shout out to my sister who has multiple flat irons. She has like 3 different ones. This is a life that I could not sustain. I just told my mods tonight that I have plans for Subnautica. Subnautica is coming back in a big, weird way in November, so please stay tuned for that. I had the nugget of an idea tonight. I floated it with the mods. Shout out mods, obviously, they're the best. And they died laughing at it. And so from there, I know the idea is just going to snowball in my head. I have big ideas for it, but they're not going to work out because I don't have the setup. But we're going to figure some stuff out, and it's going to be really fun. Thank you, guys. Yay! Okay. All right. Anything else? Oh, we're going to do another themed month in December. We're going to do another theme month in December for the winter holidays. So we will have another book to read, and we'll do other fun stuff all month long. And November is just going to be just straight up fun times and gaming on whatever we want to game. So yeah, that's the plan, everybody. Also, Raising Cane's opens near me very soon, and there will be a new live mukbang for sure. I gotta send you new screenshots soon. My base has been upgraded. Deej is just rubbing it in because he has been playing Subnautica as I have been scaring the shit out of myself playing horror games for your benefit. He has been building an insane compound underwater in Subnautica. Yeah. Alex, I am down for a Cane's mukbang anytime. Let's figure that out. Let's definitely do it. All right, let's get into it. The breaking news obviously is not my hair. We have two developing stories from Emiru. I mean, we have the ongoing story of what happened to her at TwitchCon and the piss poor response of Twitch. Turns out it was even worse than we imagined. And then we also have a very, very serious set of accusations from Emiru about her ex, Mizkif. Obviously, yeah, trigger warning. I have the content warning up for when we actually start talking about it. But yeah, there's a lot. This girl has been through a lot. And knowing all of that now, it makes what happened at TwitchCon so much worse. And it makes the response so much worse. So, yeah, let's dive into this and get started. Let me make sure all my alert thingies are on. Thank you to whoever just subscribed, but I didn't get any sort of announcement about it. That's stupid. Okay. Anyway, let's start with what's going on with TwitchCon. So, if you didn't know, Emiru, who is a really popular streamer, I had never heard of her, but I am not on Twitch. She seems like a really sweet girl. She was essayed at TwitchCon, right on the main floor. A creeper was able to get past the very, very chintzy barriers between fans and talent, was able to jump the line and literally just attack her and stick his tongue in her mouth. And nothing was done. This man was able to leave the venue without being stopped. And now we know a lot more about what happened in those hours after the event, or after the incident, when Dan Clancy, CEO of Twitch, was out partying with teenage streamer girls and, sneaking them into parties. Here's what was happening. Twitch was allegedly obstructing justice. Obstructing Emiru's justice. Habanero!
Habanero Sriracha just gave $20. Canes, I have one in Portland, and it's in the basement of our downtown mall. I love Canes, once a week. It is a problem, that damn sauce.
That don't sound like a problem. That sounds like fun. Thank you, Habanero Sriracha. Do they have a habanero sauce? My plan is to try all of the sauces. That's my plan as part of the mukbang. So that's coming soon. I think it opens by the end of the month. Okay, so like I was saying, Twitch, according to Emiru, Twitch was obstructing justice, allegedly, by refusing to share information they knew about the assailant, the pervert, whatever you want to call him, with the police. Here is Emiru in her own words talking about it.
Told her that at their place.
She's saying the background here is the reason this all came out is somebody saw this man at their place of work. This guy came into their workplace and kind of bragged about being a predator. And then this person blew the whistle, essentially, and turned him in.
Told her that at their place.
And she's also gay.
Stephanie Singer just gave $19.99.
Stephanie, thank you. Thank you. I should probably turn these off while we're talking about something super serious. So let me just, I'm going to mute the boxes and then I will read them after. Mods, please remind me to read people's chats, super chats when we are done with the serious stuff. Thank you so much. All right. So this is Amy retelling what the man said to this woman who was working and came across this creep.
He told her at their place of work, someone came into their work who matched the description of the guy, and this person was saying, like, oh, I'm traveling to Texas, and I caused like quite a stir at a TwitchCon, and then
I believe Emiru lives in Austin. Oh shit, double audio. Thank you. Let me see here. Let me turn this one off. I think it's this one. Emiru apparently lives in Austin. I'll start it over. Someone correct me if it's wrong.
told her that at their place of work, someone came into their work who matched the description of the guy, and this person was saying like, oh, I'm, traveling to Texas, and I caused like quite a stir at a TwitchCon, and this person reached out to my manager, reached out to police, San Diego police.
So he literally told somebody, he was just feeling himself because he had gotten away with it. Remember that Twitch had told people publicly that this man had been apprehended to some degree, right? And now this man is in some place bragging about the fact that he had made a stir at TwitchCon and that he is traveling to what I believe is Emiru's home state. For what reason? Is he not from there and going there to continue stalking her? Did he move there to be closer to her? What is going on, right? So now Emiru is in even deeper danger. Let's see if Twitch handles it well.
Police interviewed them. But basically what I'm trying to say is because all this stuff was
Hang on, let me rewind.
and
Okay.
reached out to my manager, reached out to police, San Diego police interviewed them. But basically what I'm trying to say is because all this stuff was delayed, this guy was able to get really far away from San Diego, allegedly. And this whole time my manager was basically begging Twitch, dude, please give us his name. We don't know who this person is. For all we know, he lives around where Emmy and her roommates live. I can't help her if I don't know who this person is, and they were refusing to do it.
So when he was still in San Diego, it seems like that is when this conversation happened at a store or whatever, some business, right? And this person blew the whistle, told the police about this incident, right? But Twitch was blocking, allegedly, his identity. So now he has been able to travel, maybe to Texas, wherever he was going, completely scot-free. When he was in San Diego, they did nothing. Twitch did nothing. This is again, while Dan Clancy is out partying, prioritizing, in my opinion, preying on young women, while leaving this young woman out to dry. And letting this young woman's attacker get away. What if she had come home and he was on her doorstep?
But after that tip from the person who said that the guy came into their workplace and was talking to him, my manager demanded the info from Twitch. So they did end up giving it to police.
So Twitch knew the whole time who this guy was. Twitch knew pretty immediately, I'm sure based on registration and maybe facial scanning. They knew who this guy was while he was still in San Diego, while the police were investigating this, and they refused to give the information to the police. How many extra days of freedom did this guy get because of Twitch?
My manager demanded the info from Twitch. So they did end up giving it to police.
Unbelievable.
But not my manager, as far as I know.
So they were begging for this information, and it wasn't until this very scary development happened where he was bragging about flying to Texas that Twitch finally said, oh, I guess we don't need a warrant. we'll just give you the information. Because, yeah, they were waiting for a warrant to be issued to them to give over this man's information. As if we didn't all watch an actual crime happen. Literally no one thinks that it is a breach of privacy for you to give that information to the fucking police. Except that guy, probably. And other people who are disgusting and commit SA.
She still doesn't... Yeah, so... The investigation's still going on, but it's, like, been a huge mess because of all of the delays and, like, refusal to work with the police. And yeah, it's ongoing. I can't, like, say too much about it. Like, all this that I'm saying, obviously, I, like, ran by my lawyer and stuff. Told her.
This girl, I mean, look at that, like, nice, cozy set of, like, squishmallows behind her. I mean, she's a gaming streamer. She just wants to be playing fucking video games. Just like all the dude gamer streamers, right? And now she has to deal with this shit. With lawyers, with police, trying to fight with a corporation just to, like, have some fucking dignity for her. It's disgusting. It's truly disgusting. So it seems to me like Dan Clancy and co. were stalling and did not want to release this person's name, and didn't want to do it without a subpoena or a warrant, because they were more worried in that moment about protecting their brand than they were about Emmy and her safety and justice for her. They were worried that this little shit stain would sue them for releasing his personal identifying information without a warrant. That's what they were worried about. And as they were obstructing justice, in my opinion, Dan Clancy was out grinding with teenage girls, sneaking them into parties, and in general making a creepy ass of himself as usual. Now, in addition to this, Ethan went over the Dan Clancy apology today that was published publicly, but it turns out Emmy herself did not get a private apology. So here's what she has to say about that.
Did see the Twitch tweet that I believe went out yesterday. I was literally in a Discord call with my friends, and they were like, "Did you see that Twitch apologized to you?" And I was like, "Wait, what?" So yeah, basically what I'm trying to say is they put out that tweet. I was never apologized to privately. They put that out without like consulting me or anything. I didn't know that they were gonna do that, so that
was never apologized to privately. The only apology that Emmy has received from anyone at Twitch was in a tweet that she was not aware of was happening. This is end stage capitalism, friends. And this is, let me just birdwalk for a second. This is why the kind of leftism that Hassan puts out is so infuriating to me, because this element of end stage capitalism, of not giving a fuck about people, always hurts women more. Right? That fucking matters. That matters. It matters that corporations are more concerned with their bottom line and their brand than they are about their actual talent that is bringing them money being sexually assaulted on camera. They are more worried about being sued by a predator, more worried about protecting the predator's information because they don't want to lose money, than they are about doing the right thing and fucking apologizing to this woman. Because you know their lawyers advise them, in my opinion, against apologizing to her directly. Because that would seem like some sort of admission of guilt. And then Emmy could sue them too, and she fucking should. She absolutely should. I don't know if Hassan will ever say anything, will say something about this. I hope he does, as someone at Twitch. I mean, he's spoken about how this was an assault and it shouldn't have happened, right? But Mr. Socioeconomic class warfare, like, where are you on the intersection of gender and capitalism? Genuinely do not want him talking about that, because it's like bringing a spork to a knife fight. But like, this is what I'm talking about when I say white male leftism is not enough. Like, it cannot hold everything. And we're going to hear from Sean DeBlack later, who had some really, really good and frustrating points about white male leftism, or white leftism in general, in his lens. But like, this is who gets left out when you ignore gender, when you ignore marginalized people, when you talk about just economics. Because now Emmy is a victim because of capitalism, right? And she is a victim in a way that men are most often not victimized. And we're going to find out she's even more. She's been victimized even more by other male streamers. But we'll get there. So, so let's get back to this. No apology. No apology from Twitch.
That out without like consulting me or anything. I didn't know that they were gonna do that, so that was yeah.
How degrading this all is, right? To be someone who is loved by so many, right? So many fans, so many people enjoy her content. I'm sure that she has been praised in the past publicly by Twitch for all the money she brings them. And now, at a time when she needs this platform the most to stand up for her, not even an apology. A public tweet that she was not privy to. It's dehumanizing. It's disgusting. And you can just see how, if I were her, I would have just felt so humiliated, right? Like, because I imagine, I mean, you're part of something, you think maybe you have some faith in them to be good people. But they're not. Oh, this poor girl.
I mean, I'm glad that, they're trying to like take some level of accountability, but there's a lot of things that
you don't need to say that.
Mentioned in the tweet that I feel like should have been mentioned. Did see the Twitch tweet?
Oh, poor Emmy. So yeah, it's really hard as a woman to watch another woman navigate sexual assault so publicly, because as women have been yelling about for millennia, but most recently through like the Me Too movement, the Time's Up movement, this is the experience that women have when it comes to sexual assault. You don't have to be a famous streamer to have this experience. And honestly, you would assume that to have more like more economic power, to be in a position where you can afford to be, better secured or whatever, that maybe it wouldn't be like this. Maybe people would listen to you because you are at a different class. But it doesn't, because you're still just a fucking woman crying about a man taking what he wants from you. And again, that's why we can't just talk about economics. Because at the end of the day, no matter how much money Emmy has, no matter how much money she has brought in for Twitch, she is calling out a man, multiple men now, who will be protected at all costs. So she is just like the girls on college campuses who are being taken advantage of by their boyfriends or by rapists at a frat party, right? She is no different. She exists in a very male dominated space, right? Not just Twitch, but gaming Twitch. And all of her money and her fame didn't grant her safety. It didn't grant her better treatment because she's still stepping out of line and trying to make a big deal about something, right? Like this is an extremely clear-cut example of rape culture at work. Like the obstruction, the obfuscation, the all of a sudden being really concerned with red tape and needing to do everything just right so you don't fuck things up. And all of that ends up protecting the assailant, the predator, the rapist, more than the victim. Every single time. Doing things more carefully, doing things more mindfully, it's always worse for the victim. And so now she gets to be re-traumatized by this. No matter how much money you make, no matter what your status in any situation, if you are sexually assaulted by a man, you are treated like every woman ever. Right? You're not believed, even if it's on camera. It's not obvious that you deserve justice, right? It's just so stupid. So, Ethan saw the story, obviously, and he's doubling down. I think it was Friday, yesterday's episode, he called for Dan Clancy to resign already without knowing any of this. And here he is calling for it again. Which obviously I agree with. I mean, this really could and should take him down. It's very glaring. I imagine Twitch has a board of directors, and boards of directors are very jumpy and very concerned about money, the bottom line, right? And so if they think that Dan Clancy is a problem at this point, we have a failed event. I mean, it couldn't have made any money, right? Not much, at least. And then a huge sexual assault scandal that they continue to fumble. He should not be the CEO anymore. Terrible optics, and optics are of big concern to a board, especially when the company already isn't making a lot of money. They are probably just looking for a reason to terminate that contract. Maybe that's wishful thinking, but we'll see. Fuck that man. Speaking of fuck that man, speaking of no male faves, in a show of immeasurable strength, Emmy also used this moment, this stream today, to share her story as a victim of so much more. Specifically, physical, emotional, sexual abuse at the hands of fellow streamer Mizkif. This is going to be, I mean, she gave a lot of details in the videos I'm going to show. So if this is something that you can't watch or don't want to watch, feel free not to. Listening to some of the stuff, I definitely was, feeling upset. But I also think it's important that we bear witness, right? And that we talk about it. And so if you can stick around for it, I hope you will. But I know that it might be too fresh for people. It might be something that's just too raw. But if you can stick around, definitely do. So from what I've been able to gather about Mizkif and Emmy's relationship is, first of all, that a lot of people didn't know that they had dated, but they were together for a couple of years at least. It seems they got together, and correct me in chat if I'm wrong, it seems they got together sometime in 2022 and they broke up last October, according to Emmy. That's the information I have been able to find. But yeah, based on a lot of reactions on Twitter, a lot of her fans, at least, had no idea they ever dated. So I don't know if this is like a bunch of new fans that she got this year, or they were just really good at hiding it. Mizkif has dated everyone. I mean, that's multiple years. Taylor Loren says, I don't need to use my eyes. Thank you. Thank you, Habanero. Thank you. So yeah, maybe it's mostly newer fans that don't know. But again, this seems to be a trend in streamer world where you're kind of obtuse about your dating life, and maybe that's because you want to see, either you want to seem available, or you you don't want to put your partner at risk, even though that's probably not the case with Mizkif, or you just don't want people talking about that part of your life, which I totally understand, right? I mean, I don't really have my wife on here at all, so I totally get it. But it's not like I'm not telling you that I'm married, right? I feel like I never shut the fuck up about her. But everyone has their own reasons. So this is going to be a lot. We're going to watch a whole lot of videos about this situation. Essentially, Emiru talked about this is all from today, talked about the Twitch stuff, and then segued, I believe that's the order, segued into this conversation about Mizkif. And I don't blame her. I feel like if you're on a head of steam, just being fucking indignant about being treated like shit, it kind of all starts to come out of your mouth, right? This is literally what being triggered is, right? Like, this thing triggers you, and then you are activated like all the way down. Like, if I cry about something, I am also crying about like 50 other things. If I'm angry about something, like if I'm angry about what's happening to her, I'm also angry at the things that happened to me. So I'm not surprised this is coming out today, but it is still like so courageous, especially to do this against a man who has power, right? He has influence, he has sway. So let's just listen to Emmy and talk things through, right? And again, obviously, content warning, because things are going to get very specific. Here's your last chance to click away.
Today, I'm finally going to be opening up about the psychological and domestic abuse, stalking and harassment, sexual assault, and threats of blackmail that Mizkif has done towards me, and some of these issues which are still ongoing. For the entirety of this year, I have attempted to separate myself from him and not talk about him at all, and not talk about this issue, and just not make it a public thing. I always tried my best to keep this to myself.
And isn't that always true, right? And it's not because we want to keep it to ourselves. It's because we're afraid of the reaction. It's not good for us to do it to ourselves, right? It's not good for us to not talk about things that happen to us, but we are so much more scared of what the abuser's reaction will be that we just swallow it and take the pain for ourselves again, right? Side note, her lashes are so fucking cool. Hasn't Mizkif been exposed for this stuff before? I have some stuff that's coming up. Oh, thank you, Skrull. Thank you so much. Okay, so let's go back in here. So fucking sad.
I always tried my best to keep this to myself. But like I said, I feel like it's gone to the point, which I'll explain later, that I feel like it just has to be done. And I have always believed in not condemning people or starting drama online. So I'm sure a lot.
That's the patriarchy, baby. The patriarchy is telling you that exposing your abuser is drama, is gossip, is, you know, canceling him. And I'm so glad that you are railing against that right now. It's really hard, though. It feels impossible, but you're doing it.
A lot of people are going to be asking, why am I doing this and why now? And I would like to explain that before I get started so that people understand what prompted.
Well, I mean, I have an idea of what probably prompted some of it, right? So, oh, God. Emmy inspires me in handling my own trauma. She is an inspiration. To be loud regardless of how powerful the person is. If you're safe enough to do so, using your voice is so important. Amen. Amen. All right. So, I mean, to me, it's kind of self-evident why she's doing this now. But also it's, you know, he's been harassing her nonstop for a year since they broke up. Begging to contact her, and I'll show you all the crazy DMs and shit. And he's been essentially stalking her, in my opinion. So, but let's get into some of the weirder shit here. Here he is threatening to unalive himself. Let's just dive right in. This is her talking about this part of it.
Me. He's saying like, Emmy, you know, I'm gonna kill myself. I'm gonna KMS. I waited so long for this, etc. Basically he was upset because I had higher viewership than him. That's literally it. I had higher viewership than him. And like I said, me.
Narcissists will never kill themselves. Let me just tell you that. To the people out there who are currently being held hostage by narcissists who are threatening to kill themselves, they're never going to do it. They love themselves too much. Like, it's not going to happen. But they know that you're a good person, right? The fact that this is all about views is disgusting. The audio on the video is low. Okay, let me see. I don't know why that is, because let me just try some things. I'm gonna replay this.
Saying like, Emmy, you know, I'm gonna kill myself.
That's as high as it goes.
I'm gonna KMS. I waited so long for this, etc.
Do you think Emmy didn't try hard for what she has? Oh, I waited so long. I worked so hard. And what did she do? You're gonna unalive yourself instead of working harder, you fucking pansy? Please. So yeah, he would do stuff like this. This is like classic emotional extortion, right? Where he is holding her hostage, making her feel bad, making her apologize for her success. Because he sucks and isn't as cool or popular as she is. So there's that. This is about the physical violence that Emmy was a victim of. And again, these are just little clips. You can find so many more on Twitter, obviously. But if you are able to watch her stream, I don't know if it's... I'm sure there will be a VOD. Again, I'm not totally familiar with her whole infrastructure, but I'm sure it'll happen. I'm sure it'll appear at some point. Okay, so here she is talking about the physical abuse. It's 2 minutes, so lock in.
Walls. Again, you can go see this in some of his VODs in his bedroom. The holes in the wall. There would be times where he was upset at me and I would go to my stream room and literally lock myself in to get away
Been there, girly.
from him, and he would be banging on the door and screaming at me. And at the time, he also would more often do things like going, like if we were driving in the car together, he would be going like 150 miles an hour, and like one time he even said like, well, now we're both gonna die, like threatening to kill both of us.
Mm-hmm.
And this wasn't like even necessarily because of me or like because of something I did.
It never is,
time.
baby.
Like one of the times that it happened, it was because we were just getting food, and he was on his phone, and he saw that Mr. Beast had put out a video, and Mr. Beast had invited another streamer.
Oh, shit. Sorry.
Gonna die.
I don't even know where I clicked.
Like threatening, even necessarily because of me or like
Sorry,
because of
guys.
something I did a lot of the time. Like one of the times that it happened, it was because we were just getting food, and he was on his phone, and he saw that Mr. Beast had put out a video, and Mr. Beast had invited another streamer, and he was like, oh, Mr. Beast invited this guy to his video, not me. And I was like, oh, well, you know, like, huh, yeah, I guess so. Which led to him going 150 miles per hour in the car and talking about killing himself while doing it.
Oh yeah, it's often not about you, right? It is, but they involve you in their emotional turmoil. It's like they can't do anything alone. And again, this is all about Mr. Beast not inviting him to be in a video. This is the kind of insane shit that, again, end stage capitalism breeds, right? And yet again, it is women who suffer the most. Because Mizkif is this malignant narcissist, we are learning now, who is only concerned with money. And he takes out his rage and his envy and his sense of, you know, not being good enough, his inferiority complex. He takes it out on his domestic partner. He does things to scare her on purpose. I have been in that car. I have been locked in that room. I have been kicked out of a car multiple times. None of that was about me. But that didn't mean that I wasn't blamed. And that I wasn't made to carry more than my share of the burden for it, right? And that's what Emmy has been experiencing or went through for 2 years, it sounds like, which is awful. Just awful. And I'm sorry, I can't fully keep up with chat right now. But I know that people are telling their stories, and I'm so sorry that that should happen to you. I hope you're safe now. For anyone that this is resonating deeply with, just let me tell you, it's not going to get better. It's going to get worse. If you are in this situation, please, 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 if you can, find a way to reach out to literally anybody in your life, because isolation is the worst part of it, right? It makes you feel like there's nowhere you can go, nothing you can do, no one will listen to you, you're just being stupid. It's not true. Tell someone. When you tell someone, it opens the box, it opens the door, and can help you get out. All right, let's listen to the rest of this clip.
Talking about killing himself while doing it. And then at home, other things would happen. Like I'd be trying to sleep, and he would scream at me and say that it was all my fault that he felt insecure.
Disrupting your sleep is another huge thing abusers do. They love to, it's like they're drawn to, or it's like vulnerability makes them angry. And so whenever you're in a vulnerable situation, it's like that's when they're the worst to you. Like when you're sleeping or when you're naked, right? Like they just love pouring poison all over you when you're vulnerable.
There was a
it's very disorienting.
time that I walked into a room that he was in, and as soon as he saw me there,
Hey mods, can someone look up the number for like the domestic violence hotline? We can pin it in chat, please. Thank you.
he threw his phone at the dresser and started
Throwing
yelling
things.
because I had posted a YouTube video within the same couple of days as him, and mine was doing better. So
God forbid you're just like a better streamer than him. But to him, in his like rotted, entitled, narcissistic, white male patriarchy mind, that's impossible because you're just a fucking girl. And this is my birthright. This is my birthright as a man. Thank you, Alex. Let me pin this. Thank you. I'll end this poll. Get this out of here. Thank you so much. Yeah, the throwing shit, the getting angry at you for excelling more than they are. Like, when I tell you my ex tried to ruin my master's degree so many fucking times. For my degree, I would have to go away for like 10 days twice a year. And that was when we did like all of our writing work, all of our workshops. That was like our time to just be writers and not be in the real world. Every single time she would start shit with me, threatened to kill herself, tell me she was going to cheat on me with one of her ex-girlfriends who was in town visiting. Like she would invite like her ex-girlfriend to come, like every single time for 2.5 years would do this to me. So yeah, they hate your success because they feel so small and inferior as a result. Anybody who makes you feel that way is not the one for you. Anyone who's like, oh, so, yeah, I'm just insecure, get your fucking shit together. Go be alone for a while, Jesus.
basically, I felt like I was kind of stuck in a loop where I felt like I had to constantly perform and like prove my value to not be thrown away. But at the same time, if I ever performed too well, I was going to be punished for it.
And that is the conundrum. That is the rock and the hard place of being in this kind of environment. Here's a story. So during my divorce process, which was in the very beginning, I guess we can turn off the breaking news for now because I'm not breaking news. Oh shit, fuck. Breaking news. I was in an abusive relationship. There was this night where she was not living in the house anymore. And she like she was at the house when I got home from work and was so drunk and so mad at me. As I'm just like a shell of a person, right? And she's like, what is all this about? And I had like put on some makeup because my eyes were like puffy and dark from crying for days. And so I'd like put on some makeup and gone out with my friends for the first time like ever. And she was like, you're a fucking slut. You're a whore. You're fucking your friends. My totally straight friends, right? Right. So there was that side of it, right? Where I'm wearing makeup. I'm a slut. I'm a whore. But then in the other side, 2 seconds later, she's trying to have sex with me. So it's like, you can never get it right. You can never get it right. It's exhausting. It's an exhausting situation to be in. I am so glad that Emmy is free of this. And she doesn't know, like, how much freer she is going to feel now, because it's all in the open now, baby. He can try and spin this any way he wants. It's not going to work. It's not going to work because now people know who he is. And that is their biggest fear, is people finding out who the fuck they are, because they know they're garbage. They know they're absolutely garbage. Okay, this next piece is a new message for the UK. Where is it? Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, I will pin this. All right, so we now have pinned domestic violence hotlines in both the US and the UK. So thank you, Alex, for pulling those together. All right, the next one is about SA. So it's obviously going to be worse than the other ones. So buckle up. Just buckle up for that. Okay, why are we muted? All right, here we go.
And I was crying like crazy because the emotions were just very high, because I was dealing with a lot of major shifts in my life as a result of me attempting to start to try to distance myself from him. He
Oh, poor
so yeah,
girl.
we were just talking and I was crying a lot.
Cool time to try to have sex with someone, right? Totally normal time to try to have sex with someone, Mizkif. You piece of shit.
He started to try to comfort me by hugging me while I was sitting on the couch and holding me really close to him. And when this was happening, we hadn't talked in quite a while, and I'm usually very uncomfortable with being touched a lot by people that I'm not in a relationship with. But I let him hold me while I was crying.
This poor girl. Again, she's at her most vulnerable, right? And I guarantee she did not want him touching her in this moment. But every woman knows this moment, right? Where you just kind of sort of steel yourself until it's over because you don't want him to fucking kill you. And the fact that she doesn't like being touched by people, I'm like, okay, well, what else has this poor woman been through? This young woman, which she's got to be like in her early 20s. What else has she been through that has made her, that has changed her, you know, and made her someone that doesn't like to be touched? She's 27. Oh my God, this poor sweet girl. Okay.
And he started kissing me in my face, and
Fully crying. The girl is fully fucking crying. And he is kissing her. Disgusting.
I let him do it. I was still sobbing a lot.
I let him do it. This poor girl.
And then, suddenly, he tried to climb on top of me and aggressively shoved his hand down my pants. And, I screamed. Yeah. And when I screamed, he jumped off me like a cat, like. And, instead of apologizing or checking if I was okay, he said, "I feel weird now. I feel like I did something wrong. I have to go." And he immediately left my house while I was still crying.
You didn't feel weird when you were kissing her while she was actively crying? You didn't feel weird when you jumped on top of her unconsensually and shoved your hand down her pants? You only felt weird when she screamed bloody murder.
Without,
Yeah, and then trying to make her feel bad. Oh, now I feel like I did something wrong. Because you fucking did, bitch. You did something wrong. That's sexual assault. You were not together. She didn't want it. You assaulted her. You are a piece of shit. I don't understand this as a lesbian. I have gone through my entire life without sexually assaulting a single fucking woman. I don't understand how men find it so hard. Hang on. I need this. I don't understand how men find it so hard to just not fucking rape women. I don't understand it. How is it so hard to just be attracted to someone and not fucking touch them if they don't want you to touch them? Not raping women is like the easiest thing in the world. It's my favorite thing to do every day, not rape a woman. And if any man tries to tell you that, oh, I just can't control myself or whatever, grow the fuck up. You fucking caveman? Like, what is this? It is also a great lesbian tangent, you're right. There's so much crossover. And that's why we're intersectional here. But genuinely, I don't understand it. How can you say you love women? This is where it gets into the lesbian part. How... Kate, she doesn't rape women. That's going to be my slogan when I run for office. How can you say you love women and not listen to them, not care for them, not like them at all, not respect them? I don't get it. I don't understand it. I've never raped a woman as Ethan's I've never fucked a minor. Yeah. It's a badge of honor. And again, easiest thing in the world. These men are so fucking gross. And let me say something, because I know, not my chat, but other people are going to find this video, because I've already seen people being like, that's all he did? She screamed and he got off of her. I mean, sounds like he listened to her. Those people are going to find this video, right? So I'm not saying this to the people in my chat. But if my rant bothers you, it's because you're probably hoping someday you're going to get to sexually assault a woman. Or feel like you need to. Or maybe you already have. And what you're really worried about is someone getting on the internet and saying that you're a fucking rapist, because you are. So you can suck my dick from the back. This video is not getting monetized. Okay. Let's listen to the rest of poor Emmy and her story here. Oh my God.
Checking if I was okay or anything. And at the time, I was still making excuses for him, and I was still afraid of causing trouble for other streamers around us, or like, you know, making things weird for viewers. I know that probably sounds crazy, but like I just felt this pressure, like I had to try to keep things together, if that makes sense. And
yeah, you had to maintain the status quo. As a woman, that's your job. Your job, as you have been conditioned to do, is to not rock the boat and to let men do whatever they want. And we as women have been conditioned to believe that speaking up for ourselves is more disruptive than being sexually assaulted. That somehow it's our fault for holding someone accountable and not the fault of the person who needs to be held accountable. It's not weird at all, Emmy. It's not weird at all that you have felt that way, because that is how we are all conditioned to be. There is a reason that little girls are taught to be nice and sweet, taught not to gossip, because all of that supports the cis white male hetero patriarchy, cis white hetero male patriarchy. It all supports men in power being able to do whatever they want. And there's a whole army of women who have been taught to just back them up and not say anything. So, of course, as we've now learned a little bit about Mr. Mizkif and his interpersonal relationships, this man is incapable of understanding the word no. And so after they broke up a year ago, for the last year, Mizkif has been trying to contact Emmy nonstop. And when I say nonstop, I mean nonstop. And so here she is showing what I'm sure is just a fraction of all of the different communications she has received from Mizkif, trying to gaslight her, pressure her, threaten her into talking to him so he can try, in my opinion, to keep her quiet, right? Talk her out of how she feels about him, gaslight her, try to get back together with her and get control back. And I'm so, so proud of her for not giving in. So here they are. Let's see if I'm going to blow this up a little bit more for you guys. I mean, she didn't really talk about them, but she left them up, and then, people can screenshot them. So let me just make this smaller. Oops, wrong one. I don't even know what the hell that is. There we go. Just do this right now. Okay. There we go. Okay, so here she is. I mean, it is, you can see, it's just like a wall of different messages. Look at this shit. Can you please answer my phone? I'm sorry. Not a day has gone by in these last 4 months where your final words to me don't go haven't echoed in my heart. I walked out your door thinking I knew what I wanted, but I was wrong. Now, this to me feels like he's like, I left you, right? I tried to protect myself in the worst way possible. I pushed you away. Pushed you away means verbally abusing you, by the way. Look at these. Look at all these. Just at least tell me you moved on. Hey, would you be willing to talk? Hey, I know it's been a while. Bitch, it hasn't even been a month. This is just a narcissist panicking. Because she's a public figure and he doesn't want her to talk about the horrible things that he's done to her. I know now. I never stopped loving you. Girl, shut the fuck up. This is insane. She's like, get the screenshots, girls. Get them receipts out. Yeah, he's just completely love bombing her. It's always been Matt and Emmy, and it still could be if you'll have me. Oh, brother. Kick rocks, as they say. Can we please talk while you're here? So she must have been wherever he was. A simple conversation would go very far for both of us. No one cares what you fucking need, Mizkif. The lack of communication is very confusing, and I've been wanting to talk to you for a while. No one gives a shit what you fucking want. You had a good run of getting your way all the time. And now that's over. Ooh, I'm getting mad. I'm getting real mad at these. Can we please talk while you're here? Oh, this is the same thing. Oh, I'm so confused. No one fucking cares, bro. No one cares. Unbelievable. Still going. Still going. This poor girl. She's going through so much. Oh, shout out, Emmy.
And keep in mind, this is only things that he sent to me. I can't document all the things that people told me that he was saying. He would throw bottles, like plastic bottles with liquid in it, not like glass bottles, at me, despite me telling him like I didn't like it and it scared me and I bruise very easily.
Ugh.
He would throw his phone at me. I would tell him, you know, it scared me, I don't like it. And one time it even hit me in the eye, which caused me to get a black eye. But he always, you know, was like, oh, it's an accident. And I was like, oh yeah.
An accident. Yeah, it's always a fucking accident, isn't it? If your partner throws things at you as an accident, they will escalate to more serious physical violence. I need you guys to know that. It's not less scary. It is a ramp up. They are testing the waters to see what you will allow, what you will stay for, right? That is what that's about. So don't let them do that to you. Okay, so those are the DMs. And now we have this bit about her talking about Mizkif allegedly stalking her. Because it just keeps getting worse. XQC, I wonder if he was like watching this live. Because there are a lot of clips already of him reacting to it. So here is a little bit from that.
There was a time where the tension in the house was so unbearable that I would sneak into Esfan's house. Esfan didn't know why I was doing this. He saw me a couple times. I'd be like, oh, I'm just gonna go take a nap in your guest room. He'd be like, yeah, that's fine. But eventually, he figured out where I was going, and he would go over to Esfan's house to keep telling me off.
She's courageous, because the Esfan's house was fucking disgusting.
There was a time where the
fucking XQC. I did not know he was going to say that at the end. Jesus Christ. She's courageous because that house was disgusting. Oh, God. I can understand XQC because he's Quebecois and I speak French. So like, and I've met people from Quebec. So I understand him a little bit more than other American people. Ugh. Punching the walls is a bad sign. Throwing things, breaking your phone. Like, these are all things that are harbingers of something worse. All the older generations, we have not forgotten about you and hold all of you in our hearts when we speak up and our bravery comes from you. Amen. Even for the women who don't realize that that's what they were going through, right? Because a lot of them blissfully didn't to some degree, right? They were like, oh, this is just how it is. That's just how it was. That's just how it was back then, right? So even if they don't think they were being the victim of marital rape and things like that, we know and we see them. So now there are some older clips coming out. Again, this is a developing story. So I don't have all of the clips. I'm sure there's even more dropping now because that is what tends to happen with stuff like this. But here is Mizkif instructing Emmy's Twitch moderators to ban users that are criticizing his treatment of Emmy. So this is a public like wiping for his a public sweeping of his reputation.
Hey mods, can you do me a huge fucking favor? Can you start banning literally anybody that ever tells me that I'm being mean to her? I mean, can you give a disclaimer?
It's not being mean. This is just how you did it.
This poor girl. Did you guys see that? Oh, Jesus Christ. Just, first of all, he has clearly taught her, no, it's not being mean. That's just who he is, right? Which is just such a classic victim of abuse thing, and then to like mimic hitting her with something. And also he just comes in so loud over her shoulder. That is very triggering for sure.
Yay, we did it.
Hey mods, can you do me a huge fucking favor? Can you start
I mean, she immediately gets scared.
banning literally anybody that ever tells me that I'm being mean to her? I mean,
Wait, is he, and he's like reading chat over her shoulder. He's such a fucking loser.
Yay, we did it.
hey mods, can you do me a huge fucking favor? Can you start banning literally anybody that ever tells me that I'm being mean to her? I mean, can you give a disclaimer?
It's not being mean. This is just how. Yay, we.
I want to see the rest of that clip. Yeah, exactly. She's immediately like, what is he going to do? Because that voice. She probably recognizes the voice from the shit that he does to her in private. Really, really, really sad. Sad and fucking scary. Oh God, what else do we have? Okay, so we're gonna sort of zoom out for a second because there is apparently a pattern of this kind of predatory, abusive behavior within Mizkif's friend group or content creation group. This just started bubbling up and people were making the connections again as I was prepping for tonight. For instance, 2 years ago, Mizkif got a lot of blowback for essentially covering up some sort of sexual abuse. So Mizkif is part of OTK, which is some sort of content collective called One True King. Is that a Jesus thing? Or is it just like a gaming thing? Because it feels Jesus-y to me. So here's this fucking freak. This was on IMDb, which is so interesting. It must have been like a press release or something. But I've never seen like an IMDb article. Very, very weird. So, yeah, here we go. I'm just going to zoom this for y'all. Gaming org, One True King. OTK is Asmongold. Interesting. Okay. Oh, well, we've got stories about Tectone. Gaming org One True King has suspended founding member and co-owner Mizkif from its board for the lack of empathy and ignorance he displayed during his self-dubbed comeback stream in October 2022. I don't know if he was with Emmy yet, but we did hear. I mean, it did seem like she got with him in 2022, and this feels like it's their house. This is the same room, right? So maybe they're already together, or maybe this is his house, but it looks like hers. I mean, it looks very like feminine. Also, a board, right? One True King has a board. So yeah, Twitch definitely has a board if fucking OTK is a board, and they can't be happy with Dan Clancy, just to tie back to what we were saying earlier. Mizkif was suspended from OTK as a whole back in September 2022 after accusations that he helped cover up a sexual assault allegedly committed by his former friend and roommate, Crazy Slick. Just covering for one of his bros. Just covering for one of his bros. Like the most classic rape culture thing to do, right? Just the most classic behavior. He took a break from broadcasting after the accusations, then went live again October 11th. So, I mean, he was suspended in 2022, in September 2022. Less than a month later, he comes back, as if that was enough time. During that stream, he played Super Mario 64, knowing that Hassan and XQC were both watching him live in anticipation of watching him address the cover-up accusations. Of course, Hassan is fucking... Anyway. As well as alleged leak messages where he used racial slurs. Awesome! After saying he wouldn't stop playing the game and address things until they left, he ended up just admitting he had no updates. Oh, it looks like there's more. Let me get the rest of the article here. Tube filter is what this is called. Okay. During the same stream, he guest starred a tattoo artist. Oh, that poor tattoo artist, who made an offhand comment about being a master at cover-ups. Me too, for years, Mizkif joked, apparently referring to the allegations. Cool dude. Just joking about covering up your friend's sexual assault of a woman. OTK released a statement on December 31st saying an internal investigation concluded that there was no direct evidence that Mizkif attempted to minimize or cover up sexual assault as alleged. Oh, I love when someone investigates themselves and finds there to be no wrongdoing. Like, third-party law firm. Okay, but were they somehow connected? Who knows? Based on those findings, OTK reinstated Mizkif. And this is the fucking thing. I need to go back to feminist rage for a second. There might be a lot of that tonight. The idea that any sort of allegations ruin a man's life is like a cornerstone of keeping women quiet, right? Like, yeah, he raped you, he violated you, and you'll never be the same, but he has a career. Do you really want to ruin that for him? The idea that men get canceled and they never get a career again after they are outed as being a fucking predator is bullshit. It's bullshit. Because what happens? You take a little break and you're reinstated. Sometimes you're promoted. Meanwhile, the woman that you have sexually assaulted, if she's in the same field as you, is often driven out of the field because of how triggering the experience was and the backlash that she got. So who really gets canceled in these situations? It's always the victims. It's always mostly the women, right? Who get the brunt of the entire thing. Reinstated as a member of its organization after all of this. The moral bankruptcy of most men in power, men with money, is disgusting. It's truly disgusting. Let's see. His status as a member of the board is a different matter. OTK believes that Mizkif has shown a callous disregard toward the severity of sexual misconduct and racial prejudice in our space. So yeah, you can be a member of OTK, but you're not going to sit on the board. That's where we draw the line. As a result of this behavior, Mizkif has been suspended from active board duties. Wow. That sucks. Not having to go to board meetings. What a punishment. He apologized. No one fucking cares because you are in my opinion, predator as well. So there's that, right? That was 3 years ago. We have that situation with an alleged cover-up, specifically of sexual assault. Apparently, Tectone, who is another member of OTK, has 2 essay allegations against him. And then there was something with Rich Campbell, who is another member of OTK. That case was dropped, but you still got accused of sexual assault. And most of the time when women drop any sort of case, it's not because they weren't assaulted. It's because they've been intimidated out of it. People in their friend group, their families, at their workplace, at their college, kind of lean on them to not make a scene, make it worse, jeopardize the future of this promising young man, right? Habanero. Not funny. I'm already mad. Tectone is scary as fuck. I don't know anything about him. All I know is he's apparently a part of this group. He apparently has a couple of sexual assault allegations against him. And he apparently is in very good company because so are like everyone else. So does like everyone else in this group. And now we can add Mizkif's, not just his covering up of sexual assault, but also his actual execution of sexual assault, allegedly, in our opinion. Allegedly, in our opinion. So Emmy removed him as a mod while streaming. So I guess he's still been a mod for her this whole time. I don't, maybe she forgot that he was. I don't understand how this happens. But this person on Twitter said, Emiru removed Mizkif as a mod while streaming. He got removed so fast. And then this is me trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. But yeah, I guess as of 5:18 p.m., wherever this person lives, it's probably East Coast. I think this was around the same time I saw this stuff come out. Mizkif was still one of her mods. You know, I think that's wild. So I don't know why that is. Maybe it's just like a leftover thing. No idea. I don't understand why he was still a mod, but he's not anymore, and we love that for him. We love that for him. So then I went to see if he had a response, and I just thought this was very, very funny in a shitty way. Is that the name of his like community is the Scumbags. Of course, he hasn't had any response. Nope, nothing since the 17th. Mizkif's Scumbags. Was it Toni Morrison who said, when people tell you who they are, believe them? Maya Angelou, sorry. I messed up my Black Queens. But yeah, Maya Angelou said, when someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time. They know themselves much better than you do. So I hope this was empowering for her, for Emmy, and I'm sure that this has all been so triggering for her. But like all the Twitch stuff has been so triggering for her, having gone through all of this and still processing this. Like, just imagine getting out of an abusive relationship a year ago where you had no boundaries. You were constantly being like invaded in so many ways, right? Woken up from your sleep, having things thrown at you, someone touching you when you didn't want them touching you. And then you go to an event and someone does all of those things to you. How do you process that? How do you process those two things happening? I hope to God she has a wonderful therapist, right? I hope that she is in some deep counseling, because this is not something that you should try to navigate on your own, in my opinion. But what I really respect her for, what I'm proud of her for, even though I don't know her, I feel like it's weird to say I'm proud of somebody I don't know, but women, right? Instead of running from the pain of this Twitch stuff, instead of running from the pain of her abusive relationship, she's claiming it and she's shining a light on it, and she's doing it in such a public way that I think it's going to make it easier for other women to come forward. And so she is using this time to hopefully free herself from a lot of the burden that carrying someone's secrets always weighs you down, right? Because that's why she's been quiet. It's to keep you're still keeping the abuser's secret. They don't deserve it, but you do it because you're still like enmeshed with them. And that's real codependency. It's not about like needing each other and always being together. It's about, you can't tell like where your emotions end and the other person's begin. And you are like wholly responsible for all of their emotions. And so she has been keeping the secret. And now she's not. And I love that for her. So what is going to happen from here? These are my predictions based on being alive for almost 40 years, watching all of this stuff happen publicly on the internet. I think more clips are going to surface of Mizkif being abusive to her, potentially abusive to other people in the past. I think we're already seeing that, right? More women are going to come forward, either about Mizkif, because there ain't no way this is the first woman he's abused. Ain't no fucking way. You don't just start throwing your phone at someone Sunday. Maybe more women will come forward about other male streamers too. That is always what seems to happen is one woman comes forward and then others actually feel safe enough to do the same. And due to the nature of the platform, there's going to be a lot more video evidence, a lot more receipts than usual, right? Because it's going to be like, this feels like it could be a house cleaning for Twitch streamers. And we know that this shit exists, right? We know that the shit exists. We know that right now there are tons of male streamers who are sitting on the secrets of their friends. We saw it with FaZe Rain, right? Who talked about essentially covering up for one of the other members of FaZe who, according to this guy, sexually assaulted 2 underage girls. How long did he sit on that? And who else is sitting on things, right? Like, we've talked about this before. So to me, there could be a real domino effect here because of Emmy's bravery. Like this shit from Destiny. Bro, if I need to go on the sex offender list, I'm taking like 20 other streamers with me, okay? You don't care about women. These men do not care about women. Because why haven't you already said something about these 20 other streamers? They're all just protecting each other. And then what do? We've seen it with Hassan. We've seen it with Destiny. They then use the sexual assault allegations not to hold a man accountable, not to be like a better guy. They use it to just like smear shit on a man. To own him, to fucking ether him. They're like, oh, you're a fucking rapist. It's like, how many rapists are you covering for right now? The limit apparently does not exist. So yeah, we might see a lot more women coming forward, and I love that. Unfortunately, if history repeats itself, these men will not be punished in any real lasting way. They might go dark for a while, like Mizkif taking 3 weeks off in 2022 for allegedly covering up a rape. But they're not going to lose their wealth. They probably won't lose most of their audience. Meanwhile, Emmy and all these other women who come forward are going to have to deal with the harassment and continued abuse from people defending these predators. And this is why I said at the top, and I'll say it again, we can't, when we're talking about progress and we're talking about moving this society, this culture, this country forward, we cannot omit the intersections of class and gender, and class and race and gender, right? And class and race and gender and sexuality, and the way that all of these things interplay with each other. Because this is the shit that women are dealing with when men are just fucking pulling their bud playing video games. Do you think XQC is sitting there like worried about and being harassed because of a sexual assault that happened to him? I mean, I hope not. But women everywhere have to deal with this shit. Men just get to be on stream or in their jobs and do whatever they want and walk where they want at night and wear what they want during the day with zero consequences. Zero fear. They get to do whatever the fuck they want to people. And women just have to absorb all of the negative impact, including, in this case, what I imagine will be, and already is, insane levels of harassment, both online and then also in their interpersonal relationships. All while trying to be better at their jobs, be better friends and family members, right? Like just doing the things that normal people want to do. They are also juggling trauma and intense harassment and general fear for their lives and their safety. And as we know, like the streaming world is not the first place that this has happened. It certainly won't be the last, but Twitch specifically seems to exacerbate things. It seems to really reward men who are unbalanced and dysfunctional and megalomaniacs. It seems to really reward dysfunctional behavior in men. Oh my God. Yes, narcissism. I mean, and the narcissism comes from, I think, can come from both genders, right? Or all genders. But it's the combination of the capitalism, right? And then like the very male gamer streamer space that just seems to reward the most disgusting behavior. Like I have been doing this for like a few months and I have lost track of all of the gross online men that I have talked about doing horrible things. Like remember that guy in France? His friends essentially killed him in his sleep or killed him and then he fell asleep and died, right? Like this is the kind of shit that's rewarded by Twitch and Kick, right? Ugh. How are people doing? We are about to switch to something very cozy, which is me reading Frankenstein. But first, let's get a couple little goofs in before we move over to the reading. First, listen, it's obviously fuck Aiden Ross, but I just thought this was so funny that he's like. He's essentially being like the dirtbag Nostradamus here. And I just, after reading all this horrible stuff all day, it really made me laugh. So here he is.
And also, I want to say one thing. For Mizkif and fucking Hassan, for all you guys saying my audience is too young to vote. Listen, bro, my audience is young, yes. But a lot of these people could vote my chat. And Mizkif, you act like your audience is not full of a bunch of fucking weirdos too. Didn't you get caught doing some crazy shit, bro? Hassan, I literally can't wait for your shit to leak. I just know you're a weirdo. Everyone's gonna come back to this clip. It happened to Dr. Disrespect. It happened to Mizkif. It happens to all these guys, bro. All y'all are fucking weird as fuck. Me, when I fuck up, me, when I do some weird shit, bro, guess what? It comes out right away. Motherfuckers know who I am. I got nothing to hide, bro.
Cause you're so fucking dumb. He's like, I'm just a dirtbag right out in public. I'm just super dumb all the time on stream. Yeah, he's too dumb to like manipulate people and hide things. Although he very well might be, right? But I just thought this was so fucking funny. He's like, hey, I'm an open book about what a piece of shit I am. Check out my MAGA hat.
Weird as fuck. Me, when I fuck up, me, when I do some weird shit, bro, guess what? It comes out right away. Motherfuckers know who I am. I got nothing to hide, bro. My own community, like they know. They've seen everything, bro. And I'm not, bro, it's called growing. It's called growing, all right? It's called growing. That's it.
Wow. Mizkif, you know that you have fucked up when Aiden Ross is the voice of reason in this situation. Okay? Also, an interesting point about Hassan. Obviously, we're not going to speculate. And I genuinely hope that there isn't something horrible lurking, right? Because that doesn't make me feel better, because that means other people have been abused or victimized, right? That's not a win for anybody that more men are being disgusting. I don't want that. I mean, we already know about like the wellness check or whatever. But I did say it sure would be interesting to see how Taylor spins that one. You and I have interacted a few times on Twitter. I'm currently being bombarded and swarmed with hate from Hassan fans at the moment, and it's riddled me with depression. I don't know what to do. Uninstall Twitter. Free yourself. They can't hurt you here. Literally get rid of Twitter. Like, just take it off your phone. Delete it from your browser. It's amazing how it just goes away. Literally, free yourself. Take a break. We have a rule in this community where I don't want to hear anything that is being said about me in like the H3 leftovers snark or anywhere else, any other weird dank corner of the internet where people are potentially talking about me poorly. And you know what? It's so peaceful and quiet. Because they don't fucking matter. If you don't pay attention to them, they don't matter. We don't respect them, so we don't listen to their opinions. It's very simple when you figure it out. Like, oh, you think I love genocide? Okay. You're a moron. Like, okay. We do not care. Exactly, Tara. Do not care. Don't care about your opinion of me. Don't care that you're disappointed in me. I don't fucking know you. I don't respect you. Hi, Paul. Oh, I love Nathan. I think we're going to do another video soon. But yeah, please, if this shit is affecting your mental health, delete it. Be better than Taylor Lorenz and take a break. They've made their decisions on their opinions. Yeah, nothing I can do is going to make these people unhate me, right? They're going to cook up all their little fictions and their, whatever else. It's horrible for them. It's rotting their brains, and I don't care about them. It's hard to be worse than Taylor Lorenz, yeah. It's not normal to consume so many opinions about yourself from strangers. And also, like, specifically to focus on the negative stuff, like, it's just, I don't want it. I don't need it. I've watched enough of internet people, like, spiraling into that. I don't care for that at all. Okay, so there's that one. Now I want to show you something I saw right before we came on. Well, first let me say, and I said it already, but shout out to Emmy. I know it's hard to be okay right now. Oh, geez, what happened? There we go. Shout out to Emmy. What a day for you. I hope that you are with your people, right? I hope you're with your people today. I hope you are taking care of yourself in whatever way makes sense. And you got a new fan in me. Not that you need them, but yeah, you got a new fan here. And I'm sure you're going to get a lot of new fans for your bravery and your honesty. I mean, this is speaking truth to power, Hassan talks about doing it, and the way he does it is often like of no risk to him whatsoever. But when it's really something that you can get destroyed for, that is speaking truth to power. Oh, I definitely have a Tamara clip from the show. Yeah, we're gonna get into that. First, I want to show you this weird shit that I saw. I was like, "What the hell is that?" And you guys can help me figure out why this happened to this woman's house, apartment, condo. Dude, I hate Instagram. I don't know why it's not working. It's like not pulling up the. That is so strange. Well, I guess we're not looking at that. Anyway, yeah, anytime I like grab a URL from Instagram, when I put it up here, completely random video every single time now. I don't know what that is. All right, let me get some silly clips from the show. Well, first there's this. I mean, this is always going to make me happy is when Ethan dances. So this is the I think the peak of him dancing to the Shock song.
2,000 volts straight in her top. Shock. Cause my dog can't stay in her spot. Yeah. Shock. Got this remote on me like in my Glock. Shock. If Kaya try to move, she out of love. She better know I don't give a fuck. She's getting off her place, she's getting strong. Gotta stay in that little place for 8 hours.
I love this song. How you feel? Okay, so you were easy.
Is it really that easy?
So
that's crazy.
Yeah, and Hila just whoa. Did not expect Dan there.
You were easy.
Is it?
Hila just completely zooted.
Really that easy?
Just zoot suit riot. Hang on one second. I'm trying to open my keyboard up here. There we go. Zoot suit riot.
So
All right, so there's Hila being high. Let's see. There's another good one. Oh, here she is being zooted at the computer. Let's watch this one because this was great.
Thanks, Nate.
Good advice.
Thanks, Nate.
You want to do some rock schmack?
Sure.
Rock schmack. What's this? What does this look like, Nate? Me.
Look at her.
Me.
And Ethan catches her. Yeah.
Am I being funny, Hila?
Yeah.
Thank you.
This looks like.
You know what?
I love when he gets Hila, when he like tickles her or something and he just pushes on it. Am I being funny, Hila?
It's kind of hot. Give me a sec.
Oh, this fucking part.
You're gonna have to.
What is happening?
It's hot.
I think it's like a weird harassment thing going on right now.
What do you mean? You ever been to the beach?
Ethan Klein sexually harasses his employees. You can already see the snark headlines, right? I was literally opening a mood package when they started the segment. Great timing. Yeah, we're just gonna let that hang while I find the next clip. Okay, here's Tamara slipping into British English, and she imitates her dad at one point, but I don't think she meant to do it here, and I just love her.
Just in this exact moment.
Do you?
Okay.
Well, yes, right now. Do you have any superstitions right now?
No.
Just in this exact moment, not the rest of your life.
No.
Do you fear death?
I know you do, Zach.
Yeah, I know Zach does, and as a viewer, I remember watching Zach talk about that and feeling like that's really relatable.
You do fear death?
I mean, don't we all?
Not me.
Not me.
I mean, don't we all? Don't we all? I love her so much. I mean, don't we all?
I've lived.
Yes, you
for all
do,
of them.
bro. They're gonna be shaking in their deathbeds.
No, I don't want to. No, I don't want to die. I give. You know what I mean? I'd love to live forever.
How are these two not related? They're literally like little siblings. That's so cute.
You know who fears that the most though? That one guy that's like live forever.
Him?
Oh yeah, no, it's
Brian.
not like
Forever.
that.
Whatever his name.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Brian.
So
Johnson.
you are afraid of death. You do smoke regularly.
No, I said
No, she said no.
I said no
She's
to that.
mixed messages on that. We're not
Wait,
sure.
well, I said no to that.
She said she smokes regularly.
I said I don't.
Tamara just fits so perfectly into the crew. Yeah, and you know, it's because she's a huge fan. I think it would be I think it's hard to hit the ground running if you're not a fan. right? I don't think it's a requirement, but man, to have all the lore behind you, to understand like the chemistry between people, it's a huge learning curve if you don't have that. I did see the comparison to DW. That was so cute.
Smoking, I don't really like to.
Oh my god, the zoom in
Put a
is so
thing under the
funny.
door. My dad, I heard him come out the stairs. He's like,
Here we go.
Tamara, do you think I'm a fucking idiot? I know what that smell is. And my mom was just trying to calm him down. And she was like, it's just incense, honey. It's just, but it was not.
Did she know you were blazing?
But
and
it
trying
was
to protect
not.
you?
I think it wasn't like something we spoke about, but I think she did know. And she was trying to protect me from my father.
All right, is this the
The
hypotenuse
length
part?
of the.
Oh, here we go.
Oh my God.
Are we talking about Pythagoras right now?
What is a hypotenuse?
Hypotenuse.
Oh my God.
Simple math.
Oh my fucking
Simple
God.
mathematics.
It
Oh,
is.
yeah.
It really is. It's
Those are the
crazy. It is crazy.
She's so silly. Oh yeah. A squared plus B squared equals C squared,
Imbecile.
bitch. Do you think I'm a fucking
Can I get back to you on
idiot?
this in a few minutes?
I think she's high.
I disagree. I don't think she is.
You know what, Ethan? You don't take the time to talk
But
to
see,
me
I'm
enough
always wrong.
to know.
What do you mean? How much more do you want to talk?
I'm just saying.
She seems normal to me.
I'm just saying. She's fucking gaslighting
At
us.
first-
I don't
okay,
talk too much.
she might not be high, but she is Tom.
I don't see you a ton though.
Tom.
You gotta
Tom.
go out of your way to see me.
She might not be
dare you.
high, Tom.
I'm just being gross.
But she is not
I say
normal.
hi to you every time I see you.
I'm just being gross.
What is the hypotenuse? I know this. I know you don't know it either, Ethan.
I was really good at geometry.
Okay, so
got-
do it.
So do it.
I think it's 10
Girl.
By what logic?
by the power
I'm
vested in
not
me.
saying you're wrong.
Is it
I just
10?
Albert Einstein was a Jew, therefore every.
It was A squared plus B squared equals C squared. So 6 squared, 36 plus 64 is what? Is that 100? That's 100. So it's 10. Yeah, maybe he is right.
Jew is good at math.
6, 8.
Jews are good at math. All right, here's the next one.
no.
Just in this exact moment. Not.
Oh, what the fuck? That's not the right one. I don't know where that one is. Okay, never mind. Do I have any other silly ones? Oh, we have Ethan being sweet and horny to Hila. Loved that.
Up. But it is
Michelle
true.
is
Everything you said.
demanding in all caps, Ethan, compliment your beautiful wife right now. I think this was when you were being mean to her earlier.
Hilla.
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 Dear Hilla.
Why hella?
That's
Can I
Sweet
get
and
a
horny, not
Hildago?
sleepy and horny. Oh,
Hildago, you prefer?
Prefer it over Hilla.
Didn't Jimmy call you that once?
Yeah.
Hilla?
Yeah.
Dear Hilla. You're a wonderful mom. The boys love you so much, and you're such a great mom. I couldn't ask to have a better partner and a mother for our kids.
Thank you.
Also,
Thank you
Classic
so much.
misogynist, Ethan Klein.
you have
Ethan.
also.
Uh-oh.
We don't need that.
I know this isn't going somewhere good.
She knew exactly what he was gonna say.
I won't say it then.
All right, I'm just going to keep going.
Take the fun out of it.
Yeah.
All right. Do you like my jibs?
You could say that. You could say that.
All right. Olivia said,
Did you see that little look he just gave her? Oh my god. I just noticed that little look.
You could say that.
You could say, all right, we'll go back to do you like my jibs? Watch
I
this.
won't say it then.
All right. I'm
Watch
just
the
gonna keep
final
going.
Take the
look.
fun out of it.
Yeah.
All right. Do you like my jibs?
You could say that. You could say that.
All right. Olivia.
Look at this. Look at him looking at her. Yeah, she gonna get it later.
Said, thanks for being...
Whoa. That was really cute. I love that they still have like so much chemistry with each other, you know? Especially when Ethan gets drunk, he always just wants to like kiss her. It's so cute. Oh, it's so sweet. Okay. Oh, last but not least, this happened during the dono reads, so I'm glad I listened. because there was a development that we need to weigh in on. So let's listen here.
Oh, Signy's texting me right now. And I'm glad I remembered. Do you think H3 fans would allow me back on or not? What I told him was, you definitely can come back on, but expect to catch a lot of shit. Just being upfront, right?
Starting with me.
Yeah,
I would worry about me before the audience.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll sit that one out.
Okay, I'll tell him. I'm being upfront
Oh
with him.
my
It's like,
God,
listen, if you want to come face the
overwhelmingly
music,
no.
Why? Why does he want to come back?
because he loves us.
Because he's alone.
Well, I mean, that's flattering.
He probably is trying to squeeze more viewers out. Did something specific happen with AB, or is it about the Netanyahu thing? Which is valid enough, right? But I'm just wondering if there was like something else that happened.
He's
I guess,
lonely.
but also
He needs us.
He probably doesn't know Olivia isn't there. Probably true.
no.
He's
Fell off.
he loves us.
All right. Well, we'll
Valid
think
for the
about it.
content.
Anyways.
I'm out for blood. I mean, listen, we would get to see everybody shit on him. What if they brought him like also a dunk tank, and everyone got to dunk Steiny, even like just people walking around in the neighborhood? No, I know. I don't think that he deserves any time. But I'm also not opposed to someone being shit on publicly and held accountable, right? Like the way Jimmy was. I know everyone was like, don't bring him on. But I mean, some people need to be humiliated, you know? Yeah, I vote dunk take full of pee for Steiny. Public curb stomping in Minecraft. Oh, fucking hell. Steiny swinging his feet under the chair. Plus, we don't need more piss in the parking lot. Yeah. But that would make sense for a pee-pee filled dunk tank. Nope to dunk tank. In stocks with rotten fruit thrown his way. You're so fucking British. That's so medieval. That's so medieval England. Fuck out of here. We like dunk tanks here in America. And then he gets shot with a t-shirt cannon at close range. Right in the asshole. All right. I really need to pee, and it is time for us to switch over and do some Frankenstein before bed. So I am going to end things here. Thank you everyone for being here. And if you are interested, yeah, come listen. I'm going to read some of the final chapters of Frankenstein where it gets really good. So I'm going to end this. It'll redirect over to the other stream. It should. I have it set up that way. And yeah, I'll see you over there in a couple minutes. Go grab a snack and settle in with your little blanket.